everyone, it's Nancy Stottle from the Business Mission. Hope you're all doing very good today. It's Talk Tuesday about business, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's topics are going to be a little bit different. They're thinking outside the box a bit. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I do understand that. It works for me. It works for my business. It works for my clients that I help as well. So I hope that you might want to embrace just a different way of learning, different way of taking something on board and learning more about it. It's Nancy Stottle from the Business Mission. I run a firm called the Business Mission, which helps people set up businesses, restructure businesses. I do also contracts and terms and conditions for websites, for business partnership agreements, all those sort of contracts. Social media blogs, I really love writing as well. So I do write social media blogs that are really engaging, grab people's attention as well. Because it's all about building trust with your business. I don't believe that you need to sell your services and say, hey, here I am, buy my services. No, you just need to start to develop trust, and then people buy from people who trust, okay? So if you go to www.thebusinessmission.com, you will see all the services that we list there. I'm also doing a master's degree in international business law. I complete that at the end of this year. And I'm looking after that to do my BSc, Bachelor of Science in Business Psychology. I think the mind in business is a fascinating subject to discuss, and that will be definitely something I will discuss in another podcast because it could just run forever. So today we are going to talk about Mercury retrograde. There might be a lot of people out there that don't understand it, but I use a lot of astronomy and astrology within my business. And like I said, it does work for me, okay? And it works for my clients, and I do see the success rate in clients that do use it. Now, I just wanted to sort of explain to you a little bit about the planets that we have in the solar system, and then it kind of make a little bit more sense to you. Because, I always say without the sun, we wouldn't have sunlight, and without the moon, we wouldn't be able to recharge and go to bed. So there's actually 10 planets in the solar system. So here's a solar system sheet. Okay, so you've got the sun. Where am I here? The sun. Okay, that's one of the biggest forces. It's light. It lights up the world. It gives you sunlight. Then we've got Mercury, which is the next one over. Then we've got Venus and Earth and the moon. Then we've got Mars and Jupiter. Then we've got Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Okay, there is actually another planet called Ceres, which is the smallest dwarf planet in the solar system. Now, as I mentioned to you, I'm very much into the science of how to produce a really good business, and it really revolves around these planets. Okay, so the sun, for example, is the strongest thing because it's our identity and our face to the world. The sun always also speaks about creativity, ability, and the power of the individual. Okay, so the sun is the energy of us. Okay, Mercury is the planet of communication. And on the 18th of this month, we retrograded Mercury. And that's a really strong point at the moment in business. And I'm going to explain that to you shortly. There's the planet Venus, which is the planet of love, attraction, and nice things, beautiful. So, if that goes retrograde, you start to reflect on maybe the interiors of your house or maybe the interiors of yourself. You might look at that. Then we have the moon, which signifies as wisdom, intuition, birth, death, reincarnation. Okay, and it also represents our deepest needs. Okay, the knowledge and the energy of the moon to better connect to ourselves. Okay, so that's when we're sleeping, when the moon comes up, and we recharge. We go within ourselves. Maybe we dream or whatever like that. Okay, we've got Earth, which doesn't really have an element. That's where everybody is living. Then there's Mars, the planet of career. So sometimes when Mars goes, when Mars goes retrograde, you may have challenges in your career. Okay, that's a really big thing there. And the next one is Jupiter, which is my favorite planet because it is the association with growth, expansion, healing, good fortune, wealth, and abundance. It also governs long distance and foreign travel, big business, higher education, and religion. Astrology is a totally different topic, and I do astrology for businesses. But Jupiter, when it is in your sign or it is really powerful in the planets, that is a really good time where you'll see a lot of wealth and so forth. Okay. Saturn is the very slow moving planet. Okay. That's the planet of hard work. Okay. I had Saturn from December 2017 to 2019 in my sign, and it was a really, really hard time of understanding, lessons. If you're a Capricorn out there, if anybody watching here is a Capricorn, you're probably learning a lot about money lessons, It's a planet that it's a planet of patience. It teaches us responsibility, and it is also a planet of hard work. Okay. It is leaving Capricorn in December, and it will move into Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius out there, you will learn a lot about hard work with money, especially in the next 3 years. Okay. So Uranus is the awakener. Okay. So when that comes into place, it brings changes and shock, innovation, and sometimes upheaval. So we actually had Uranus in the solar system very strong at the beginning of this year, and we felt it with the virus. Okay. There's also Neptune, which is our subconscious mind. It's also a planet of compassion. Pluto is the rebirth, okay? Pluto is about creative destruction, breaking down creative things and rebuilding them, okay? There's also Ceres, which is not on here. It's a very small dwarf planet, which they don't really classify as a planet, but I do. And it's all about Earth Mother. So it's about health. It's about how to get nurtured in your life. Okay. So you can see Mercury, where is it there? Sorry. Mercury here is very close to the sun. So there's quite an impact. Jupiter is the biggest planet, and Saturn is the next from that. And then it kind of goes. But Mercury is the one that we're going to focus on today. Okay. So that's just a little brief understanding about the planets. And like I said, I really use astrology and astronomy in my daily business practices because it works for me and it makes sense for me. And it also works for my clients, and they do very successful at that as well. So let's carry on. Let's get to what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so we've got a couple people on, which is wonderful. Thank you very much. And you can always watch this later if you don't have time to show up. It's fine. It will be in the video bank and so forth. Okay, I'm Nancy Stottle from the Business Mission, and I'm here every Tuesday, Talk Tuesday about business, 12 noon UK time. And I really love talking about business because I'm very passionate about it. And I'm hoping that some of my tips here will help other people in business. You can take it or leave it, but hey, be open-minded, find new things, see if it can help. If your business, isn't working away, then go and try other things. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But if it's broken, then try other methods. Okay. So what is Mercury retrograde? Okay. So I've explained the planets, and I'm going to talk now about Mercury. So if you're unfamiliar with Mercury retrograde is when Mercury, the planet, appears to go backwards in the sky. Okay. So imagine you're on the motorway and you're like, there's a fast lane and you are like slowing down. Now we live in a very, very, very busy world. Okay. I noticed like when the virus hit, everybody panicked. Okay. Oh God, my business, da, 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 da. Okay. There's so much going on that we don't just stop for a minute. Stop and see what's happening and reflect on your business. Okay. So Mercury retrograde is when Mercury appears to go backward in the sky. Since Mercury retrogrades rules communication, travel, and anything related, this is going to go haywire. Okay. Now, I don't know, for those who are new to Mercury retrograde, you might not have heard it, but with Mercury retrograde, you may often hear avoid signing contracts, avoid making big plans, and avoid traveling, okay? But what are you able to do? Okay, take a deep breath. All you have to do is go with the flow instead of against it, okay? You can sign those contracts, however, make sure you read them twice beforehand. And if you're the one sending the contract, make sure they go into an inbox rather than a spam or go to forgotten. Okay, make sure you ring up your client or make sure you ring up the potential client. Say, look, did you get it? And make sure you check all the clauses for things like return or how to end a contract if either of you wants to do that. Okay, make sure all the little things are covered. It's all about the re's. So RE, restructure, refinance, review, revisit, reflect, recharge, resolve. Take responsibility for your business. Okay, so there's a little brief summary of what Mercury retrograde is. And I'm going to head now on to the next topic, which is how might Mercury retrograde better your business, and what are the things that you should focus on to get your business to a very positive level so that when Mercury retrograde moves forward, you are going to be a top-notch business, okay? So if you like this podcast so far, please share it with other people. You guys might be part of this wonderful series. Okay, so just to recap, I'm Nancy Sutter from the Business Mission. I'm here every Tuesday, Talk Tuesday about business. I really do business outside of the box, okay? I really try different methods. I try to be open-minded. You know, I tried different approaches. I came up with the spider web strategy, which is just build structure and they will come. Yeah, a spider sits in a web and then all of a sudden the insects come and there you go. That's the same with business, okay? So it's good just to really embrace new things, okay? For those who are essentially starting off or even people that are in business, you know, please, I hope this podcast will help you. Okay, so how might Mercury retrograde better my business? And what are some things during Mercury I should focus on when Mercury goes forward, okay? Now, here's how to profit during a Mercury retrograde. Now, remember, during a Mercury retrograde, it's time to just slow down, okay? Slow down. While you might have been a bit slow with the virus, it was a shock there for many businesses. They didn't slow down. They just went into panic mode. So just take the time. Mercury retrograde has started on the 18th of June, and it's going till the 12th or 13th of July. Okay, so there's a really nice gap there. One of the things during Mercury retrograde, what I do is I take all my clients back to their business plan. I review my own business. I look at things that I can improve in my own business. I don't take on any new clients at all. Existing clients who want to take the next step into another step with me, another strategy, yes, that's fine. But any new business that comes to me, I just pause it. I say to them, look, I can take you up in July, but it is a time to just go back into your own business for one moment, okay? One of the things you definitely can do is reach out to old clients and potential clients, okay? Go back to old clients, which maybe it's been a while, touch base with them and see how they're doing. But refrain from signing agreements on new ideas. Rather revisit what they're working on and how it might be improved on. Okay, so maybe you had a client who was really having a hard time with their marketing and they took a break from you, and then go back, ask them how they are doing with their marketing and see if maybe that was a way that you could progress forward with them in July. Okay, we work with all our clients and help them pause, revisit, review, restructure, refinance their business plans. Okay, again, we go back to the business plan. They might have done it 3-4 months ago and then go back and then realize, oh, there's a lot that's changed, because your business plan has to be reflective of what you're doing in your everyday life with your business. Okay, in reality, in alignment with your business plan, check in with your clients. Okay, remind your clients you care about them. Okay, send them a gift, send them a card, ask them how they're doing. Tell them how they can, how you can help them. And it's a really good time to reconnect. Okay. I write to all my former clients, ask them how they're doing, what are they doing in their lives, how are their business going. At some time they sort of left me because, maybe they wanted to go off and do something else or just take a break. I go back and ask them how they're doing. Okay. So here's the next return to the original vision you had about something and make this a class, a program, or a package you envision. Okay, so let's say a while ago you decided, well, I'm going to set up a workshop, and then sort of things got in the way. Okay, well, or maybe something didn't work out. What were you unsure about it? What was unable to work out? Are there areas you are unsure of if they flow? Figure out your main concern and use this time to have somebody like yourself and somebody else go through it while helping you address it. Get validation. Your clients want this. And yes, you might even charge them just, for a beta program. You are getting insight, maybe a testimonial. They are getting material for reduced cost and likely attentions that they had. It's a great energy exchange. The idea you've been sitting on? Well, this is definitely the time to get people in it and work on the kinks. Get validation from your clients. Bonus points if this is a program you've offered before, and there are ways that you can revise it. Okay? So like I said, if you decided, hey, I'm going to do a workshop, and then it went a little bit Pete-tongue a while ago, why don't you revisit it and see where you can iron out the kinks and see, how you can make this work. And then when Mercury Retrograde moves forward on the 12th of July, then implement the workshop. Okay, that's really important. Now, review your services or products. Review. Okay, take a look at what is bringing in the most profits. Are you able to determine why these are connecting so well with your clients? What do they love about it? How might you infuse more of this into your business? Now, what's bringing in the least in your business? Okay, the least products. Take a long, good look at this. Is there something you're not promoting as much? Does it need a new name? Is it an incorrect price? Incorrect price it might be too low, as much as it might be too high. Your price creates trust, after all. Does it include enough to fulfill everything your client needs? If the opposite, this is something you may fix simply by adding on a bonus. Do your clients, are they not simply keen on it? Okay, that's another thing. Maybe they're just not keen on it. Okay, so it's really good to revisit those things. Okay, restructure your profits. Okay, that's a really good one. Unsure where your profits are coming in? Well, it's a good thing. This is a fabulous time to map out your profits. Get clear on what month are profiting months for you, and what is it that brings in those profits. From there, you're able to figure out how to make profits more consistent from month to month and how to increase those profits. Okay, so that's a really good time. Look at your cash flow. Understand where your profits are doing well and where they're not doing well. And if they're not doing well, where can you revisit them to get them better? Okay, now refinance. Okay, when Mercury is retrograding, you may notice a back turn in finances. Okay, maybe a client will drop off. Maybe you get a big phone bill, anything like that. You will notice that this month. There might be a chunk of money needed for something that you were not prepared for, okay? So there you go, refinance, okay? Maybe the loans that you've got are too expensive. Maybe the phone bill, you're not using it as much, okay? Look at all those bills and refinance. Maybe, your mortgage on your house or your building, that can looked at as well. Okay? If you know the rules for success during a 4-week retrograde influence, you may avoid financial stress and even lay down the groundwork for future prosperities. Okay? So a lot of people that I know in my circle that hang out that embrace Mercury retrograde, some of them don't really like it because they feel frustrated. You know why? Because they're control freaks. That's simple as that. Okay. If you work with Mercury retrograde, if you work with it and understand in any life, like if you look at an athlete, he trains, and then he sleeps for maybe a week to regain, and then he trains again. Okay. It's normal practice. Okay. That's really, really important to understand. It's just reflect back on your business. Okay. Refrain from signing on new investments, financial commitments, and business partners. You may assume you're lacking a critical piece of information and your rational mind is on hiatus. Ventures launched during Mercury retrograde are most likely to result in a financial loss, unanticipated delays, and hassles in frustration. Okay. Mercury is a sign of communication. You will notice that over the next 4 weeks that you will all of a sudden find people from your past surfacing to communicate with you. They're not there to start a friendship again. They're there to listen and then shut off. Okay. You might find that your emails are not getting through. You may find that what you were waiting in the post won't get through. I'll give you a prime example with a couple of my clients. We went to Trademark, and that was in April. Okay. We just got a letter 2 days ago from Trademark saying there's been a glitch in the system. They've had to stop doing trademarks because of the virus. Okay. I wasn't surprised. I welcomed that. I understood that. And I know that's going to be sitting there for the next 4 weeks because now they've got a backlog. Okay. So in the next few weeks, if you take a moment to step back, you're able to view your options with greater clarity. Okay. Refrain from making any major purchases. This is one of the fundamental rules of Mercury retrograde. All computers, all electrics, and cars are especially verboten. Items bought now may be faulty or damaged or turned out not to be what you really wanted. If you do buy something significant through this time, know the return policy and keep your receipt and make sure you have the warranty. Okay, this is really, really important. I don't buy anything during a Mercury. I don't buy clothes. I buy food to survive, but nothing. What I do in a Mercury retrograde also on my personal life is I go through the entire house and I detox it. Okay, I find something like it's at the moment, it's my garage because it's so jam-packed with stuff. I throw everything out, I give it away, whatever, but I don't buy new things. Okay. Refrain from taking out a loan. Okay. Loans involve contracts, and signing contracts are against the rules of Mercury retrograde, against operating under assumption you need more information before making a very big decision. I recall once that I was selling one of my properties during Mercury retrograde, and I gave a power of attorney to my lawyer because I couldn't sign through that time. So they dealt with it. And my first buyer was all ready to go, and the Mercury retrograde came in, and he lost his job. So the whole thing fell through. I knew that already, so I was prepared for that. Anyway, when the Mercury retrograde came out, I got a cash buyer. It was already signed. Off I went. It completed. It exchanged and then completed in 3 days. That's how quick it was. Okay. So if you just wait a few weeks, you may find you need more or less money than you had thought, and you might not even need the loan afterwards. Okay. If the circumstances require you to borrow money during this time, please carefully examine all the fine print. Maybe get 3 or 4 other people to read it. So read it yourself, get your mom to read it, get your dad to read it, get your sister to read it, your best friend, your business colleague, your business partner. Just get people to read it. Okay, refrain from filing taxes. Taxes are complicated enough. Why improve your chances for delay and errors or confusion? Avoid having to repeat the process. Refrain from taking any risk with money at the moment. Carelessness does not pay off during a Mercury retrograde. The flow of money is likely to slow down or back up or reverse. So find ways to maximize what you have and cut back on your expenses. What you are able to do for your business then. Okay, so what are you able to do for your business then? Reconsider, restruct your financial commitments. Reevaluate your investment portfolio, renegotiate your business contracts, and reassess your insurance policies and even your will. Look at that, okay? Review your credit report for potential errors. It is also advised. If there's a matter from the past that needs completion or resolved, it's likely to come back and haunt you during this year Mercury retrograde. Okay, take care of old business now so you are able to make a very clean move into the future when Mercury retrograde moves forward. Reconsider what you want and do your research. If you're thinking of buying a new car or a computer or a house or a high money item, it's a very good time to gather more data. Consult your feelings and intuitions and facts and make space for new by reviewing what you owe. Now, I'm starting up a new business, and what I'm doing in this wonderful period is all my research. Okay, I did a business plan. I didn't go build a website yet. I haven't done trademark or anything like that. All I'm doing is my research, and it is going to take me 4 weeks. Okay, so restructure existing loans or renegotiate payment plans. Your financial system may have changed, okay? Like with the virus, it might have changed. Or you may be seeing a better approach to paying off debts. Okay, sort through and organize your receipts and paperwork and book an appointment with your accountant, yeah, or tax person. Whether it's tax season, Mercury retrograde is a great time for reorganizing your files and reconstructing your business, your bookkeeping, and your account system, okay? Take the time to reconsider your relationships with and the beliefs of money. Okay, because your intuitive mind is much stronger now, you may get a deeper insight into any underlying challenges related to your financial situation. If you keep coming up against the same blocks, now is a favorable time to read a book or attend a lecture or a workshop about prosperity, consciousness, and creating abundancy. Okay, I'm hoping that the above may offer you healthy advice and direction during Mercury retrograde. It's also a very good time to revisit your business plan and update it. Bring it to where you are today. If you need a help with your business plan, please, I'm happy to have that conversation. But as I said, I wouldn't be able to work with you until the Mercury retrograde goes forward in July, but we can definitely have that conversation. And if you feel after the conversation, you know what, I'd like to work with her, then come back to me after the Mercury retrograde and we can definitely have that conversation. So please share this with your business buddies and those you think are very strong and powerful in business. We can always take some guidance from other people. Sharing is caring. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. I'm here every Tuesday, Talk Tuesday about business. I'm going to sign off now. You can message me through the Business Mission Facebook page or info@thebusinessmission. Mission. And I'm going to leave you with a little sort of motivation is take time to reflect upon all your achievements and everything that you've done with business. And that's where it's a really good time to do, okay? And also go back to yourself and your self-care. As a business owner, you have to be number one in your life. You've got to be happy. You've got to be healthy. You're able to pull the lead. Okay, a business owner is not a boss. He's a leader. And a leader needs to pull the tribe. Okay, the leader needs to pull the tribe, not dictate. Okay, so I wish you all a very safe Mercury retrograde, so that is till the 12th of July. Please, if you want to watch the video again to get those tips, please do watch again. It is going to be in the video section of the Business Mission. And I wish you a very successful week ahead in business. Please take the time to reflect on the business in general. Go back to your business plan, revisit things, see old clients, that sort of stuff. Okay, until next Tuesday. Talk Tuesday about business, 12 noon UK time in the Facebook business page. Take care. Bye.